Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Mind Talk Interviews, our series where we explore the stories behind the most innovative tech companies in Central and Eastern Europe. Today we are introducing Dyntell Software, a company with a long history in enterprise solutions, now leading the way in AI-driven business intelligence and ERP systems. My guest today is Péter Salga, CEO of Dyntell Software. Hi, Péter.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Let's start with a quick overview. Dyntell is already a well-known name in the ERP and BI world, but lately we have been hearing a lot more about how you integrate artificial intelligence into your systems. Could you briefly introduce the company? What should people know about Dyntell, your background, and your clients?
Thank you so much. Dyntell is a 25 years old company, co-headquartered in Cluj, Romania, and Debrecen, Hungary. And we are serving more than 1,000 clients with our sophisticated business solution. We have a AI-first ERP system. I hope you're gonna ask for this later on. And we believe that the AI, the business intelligence, and the enterprise resource planning can exist in the very same system. So that means you can use the analytics of the data in the ERP in the real time. The name Dyntell comes from dynamic intelligence. We think that means you don't need to log into the system. In this constantly changing world, it's an advantage to have the appropriate information in the right time, so the system can send you this information, the opportunities or maybe possible disruption. It can be a phone call driven by AI, or it can be a message. So this is the agentic AI, and so this concept embedded into our genes 25 years ago when we established Dyntell.
So how has Dyntell's focus shifted over recent years from classic ERP development to truly AI-driven platforms, systems?
Yeah, first we started to develop enterprise resource planning, mainly focusing on manufacturing and finance, and later on retail, agriculture, and so on. And the need of analytics, the need of more deep information comes from our clients. That's why we started to develop our business intelligence system. And in the BI, our clients need prediction. So that's why we collect a few mathematicians and programmers. And this is our machine learning team, which getting larger and larger, and it's a very big force inside the Dyntell.
If you had to summarize in a few words, how does your approach differ from that of a typical software company?
The typical difference is that we have expertise about the transactional data management, and we also have knowledge about analytics, the big data analytics, and we also have deep expertise in AI, machine learning, so we can in-house integrate these three things together and can make a customized system for our client.
Okay, that holistic approach really stands out. Let's talk a bit about real-world impact. What specific problems do your AI systems solve for businesses on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I group these three groups. The first is AI assistant. AI assistant can help you to use the software in a chat window, or you can speak with it, and also can process documents, and based on the document content, it can answer for the question. The other type of AI is conversational AI. In this case, you can speak with the AI as you can speak with a colleague. And the third type is the agentic AI. It's a more complex process. So this agent can use the software and can give you a result. For example, a complex task can do an optimization, for example, inventory level optimization. Based on the optimal inventory level, it can produce a purchasing order. This is the automation part. And at the end of the process, when the delivery comes, it can verify using camera image that this delivery is the same as we ordered.
So you mentioned earlier how AI is seamlessly integrated into your ERP systems and BI systems. Could you share a bit more about how that works in practice, especially compared to traditional data handling methods?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because there is a paradigm change actually. So in the last 50 years, we use transactional database for the ERP system and data cubes for a BI or analytical system. And OLAP database, data cube, and between the OLAP and transactional database, there is a synchronization process, ETL, extract, transform, load, and it's a heavy, long, time-consuming process made mainly by night. So on the next day, you can see in the BI the results, the information, what happened last day. Mm-hmm. But in the case of AI, it's not okay if you will know your data tomorrow. So you need real-time information. So this type of databases cannot used in the AI world. So we are using different techniques, but there is a special database, single store DB, which is very good for this, and we can use for this real-time evaluation this type of database.
And when it comes to analytics, what kinds of AI or machine learning technologies are you applying today?
Yeah, sometimes we are using only statistics, so simple statistics, not machine learning, or sometimes we are using very simple regression methods, which is the simplest machine learning approach. But if we have a bigger amount of data, then we can use neural network or deep learning. And if we have to process images or camera stream, we always using deep learning. For the optimization part, we are using nonlinear optimization like genetic algorithms or reinforcement learning. And we are using also large language models. Generally embedded into other models, but we are using public models like ChatGPT, OpenAI, and we also have our closed models. So a client very often needs his own LLM. That means it's a private installed on a private server.
It's quite a comprehensive toolkit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
How does your AI methodology differ in terms of data usage or business logic compared to others on the market?
Yeah, we have the knowledge to build up these AI tools from the scratch, but very often we are using best breed AI tools as others. And we think that this technology, the AI part of the technology, is changing very rapidly. So we believe that the flexible tool is a good tool. So we sometimes we have to change the parts, the algorithm of these tools, because maybe tomorrow will be a much better tool for that process.
It's always great to hear about practical applications. Could you share a concrete example where Dyntell's AI brought tangible business results for a client?
Yeah, Kita is one of the largest agricultural integrator of Central Europe. And in the spring of 2020, when the pandemic broke out, they have had extremely large sales revenue, which is a good thing. But the Kita's concern was whether the farmers had purchased for the following years the input materials, and whether the next year revenue would decline. As it turned out, that was indeed the case, and there was other questions how they can increase the sales revenue in the next year. And we receive all of their data and made deep analytics using machine learning algorithm and correlation. And we find several ways they can increase this revenue. So I think the result can be seen on the financial data. So if you can check out Kita's financial result for the 2021, you can see that it was a successful project.
That's an impressive case study.
Yeah. Another example is Mastergood, who is a large meat processing company group, and in the largest plants, they are using Dyntell AI to measure employee efficiency based on camera images. Deep learning algorithms analyzing the camera stream, and based on this analysis, we can determine the performance of the workers, and AI generate a dashboard for each conveyor, and it's sent to the manager after the shift. And we are sure that they are using very heavily these dashboards, because if sometimes these camera can fog up, and if this happen, no one call us so rapidly than Mastergood.
So let's talk about your synergy concept. It sounds like the technological heart of your system. From a technical perspective, what exactly is synergy and what makes it unique?
Yeah, synergy is the core of the enterprise digital nervous system. That means it can collect the data from the machines, from the log files of the server, from the location of the mobile devices, or the ERP data, and continuously evaluate this data. So analyze the data using AI, and gives to the manager a support in the decision. So it's a real-time decision support, or sometimes decision making.
What architectural or technological decisions made this level of integration possible?
Yeah, when we started develop this synergy system, we didn't want to develop another monolithic system. And 10 years ago was a concept, postmodern ERP concept, and the most important part of this concept is the composable architecture. This composable architecture based on Gartner will be the next hype in the business software industry. And we architect, we plan, we develop our system based on this concept. That means you need a microservice pattern in your code. For a monolithic ERP, that means you have to overall rewrite your code because it's a completely different method. The other important feature is API first. That means we focusing on the interfacing of the software. You have to be in the cloud. The native cloud implementation is the third feature. And fourth and probably the heaviest is the headless infrastructure. That means you can put in or put out a module and the system have to work continuously, so continue to function normally without the module or with the module.
How customizable is the system for different company sizes or industries?
Yeah, we have experience in multiple industries like manufacturing, retail, service, agriculture, and construction. And based on this knowledge, we can fine tune and make parameter settings for a customized solution. Another part of flexibility is that we can deliver, we can install our software in a hybrid way. That means the client can decide this module will be in the cloud or on-prem in local server. So it gives another flexibility to the system, and we can also rely on our on-prem system, ERP system, which developed for 25 years.
It seems you are combining the roles of developer, integrator, and knowledge hub. Okay, how do you position yourselves in the international market?
Yeah, of course we have development facilities, so we are developing ERP and BI, and of course we have knowledge inside. But we think, as I mentioned, the composable to be open, that's our most important message. So we would like an integrator, or we would like one of the largest integrator in Middle Europe.
Looking ahead, what major trends do you see emerging at the intersection of AI and enterprise management in the coming years?
Yeah, I think this AI trend is very strong and will swipe away everything or transform everything, including in the business software business. And AI capable service provider and AI capable developer probably can once again divide the market. So that's a very interesting era. And the other side on the company level, because these AI tools based on the data and processes, if your data is wrong or if you have bad processes inside, the AI can amplify these problems, and that needs that kind of service companies who also can treat these transactional problems, the data problems, not only AI.
And as AI becomes part of everyday business, what kind of leadership competencies will companies need to manage this transformation effectively?
Yeah, if you think uh, AI is a ship and you are the captain of the ship, I think the AI governance is a very important thing. That means you have to steer this ship on the ocean, and you have a compass, your values or your target, and you knows the rules of the navigation. Of course, in the AI, we have also laws and rules. We have to know it. And you have to watch for dangers. So there are risks also in the business world. And you have to communicate clearly with your crew. So that's kind of accountability. So this AI governance, I think it's a very important thing at the part of user company. The other important thing to find an appropriate, or not only one, maybe more appropriate employee who can manage these AI tools. I think the technology is on one side, but always the human, always the people can manage and treat with this technology. So the human will be more and more important in this process. The human who knows these tools and can treat with the data, can teach the neural networks, or can find a better tool for a process. So I think the most important to find as soon as possible the appropriate employees on who you can rely in this process.
And how do you view the issue of ethical and responsible AI usage in business environments?
Yeah, first of all, we don't use face recognition in Europe. The other part of this, the authorization. So it's very important if you, for example, speak with an AI tool, you can get information, and this information must be secured. So that means if you don't have right to know the data, this information, it's important this permission. So probably then the AI won't answer for your question. And the third one is if you are using large language models, which teach by the whole internet data, at least 15% of this internet data are wrong. So the teaching of public large language model is not perfect. When we are using models, we always using annotated data, so clear data. But even the first rule, the first law of AI is never trust AI. So always you need a human who can check, verify the result of the AI process.
Okay, turn back to Dyntell. What do you see as Dyntell's greatest professional strength?
I think this complex knowledge. So if you need a visualization in the BI, then it's okay. You have this BI knowledge, but it's better if you know about the transactional part, so the data part, how these data origins in the system, and also important if you have a machine learning tool and you can analyze these data. So I think this is our strength. We have different tools, and we can use all of them in a given problem.
And to close, what advice would you give to enterprise leaders who are just beginning their AI journey and looking for the right direction?
Yeah, my advice is to organize a AI workshop, brainstorming, and the aim of this workshop is to choose only one project which is quick enough, so it's not a time consuming project, and deliver a value. You can become more profitable, for example, and the cost of this project is low, so you can very quickly and easily do this project. Another important outcome of this AI workshop, you can find your AI ambassadors, and you can rely on these ambassadors to spread the word throughout the organization.
That's a powerful message and a great note to end on. It's clear that Dyntell is not just building software, but helping companies think differently and how they make decisions, use data, and embrace AI. If you would like to learn more about Dyntell's AI-driven approach and see their Synergy platform in action, don't miss their upcoming webinar at the Digitalk-tech Summit. The link is in the bio. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.